go back and watch that live this morning. And yeah, this is going to be a continuation of that, but it's also going to be for the Vestas to come out. Get it off your chest. Every now and then you need a good venting session. So all the Vestas, come to the conference room with all your egregious or your appreciations and your opinions, and let's talk about it for this next 60 to 90 minutes. I'm not going to hold you long, but I'm going to hold you right. But before you come to this stage, before you come to this conference table, make sure you're going to get your notes, your drink, and your vest. Because we stay vested up over here 365 degrees, and Tony Talks vested up, compelling sports edge. All right, Vestas. Yeah, that was a flashback from the past. That was a flashback from the past before OTA started. And you know, this week right here, we're going into the OTA week 2 with Shedeur Sanders, the Cleveland Browns, and we're going in strong with the Vestas. Now, I'm here to warn you, don't let week 2 control you. You already know that the narrative is going to come out. You know, don't get emotional. They're going to try to trigger us. This is what we're going to talk about on this Memorial Day. And to all of the veterans that have lost your life, woo, thank you so much. As a veteran myself, I said thank you, thank you. Come on, let me go to the stage. Let me come to the stage so you can see my energy. Where is it? Let's see. Once again, to all of the veterans that have lost their life in protecting this country and in giving us freedom, such as the freedom of speech. Ooh, thank you so much, my brothers and sisters. To all of the soldiers, the sailors, the airmen, the Navy, anyone that has lost their life with the status of veteran on their chest. We said thank you. We haven't forgot about you. Especially the Buffalo soldiers. I'm gonna mess it up. Tuskegee Airmen. Y'all, you know I'm a country today, but you know what I mean. To all of the soldiers that don't have any records, we still say thank you for everything that you did on this field across this country. We'll never forget about you, especially the black soldiers, that came home and couldn't even get their veteran benefits because of this country. And we still fight for it, and we still moving forward. So happy Memorial Day to all of the veterans that has passed away. And for all of you Vestas, if you got loved ones that have passed away, and if you want to put their name in the comments so you can have it flashed across the screen, I'm going to say, in respect to that person, that loved one, just put their first name and their last name initial, or their first name initial and last name with their service on there. Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines. We're going to honor everybody here today. So happy Memorial Day to all of the Vestas. Well, all of the veterans that would have been Vestas. Because I know they would have loved this channel. Because we're doing something positive over here, and we're speaking real, and we're executing the freedom of speech with power and positivity. This is what we fight for. This is what your loved ones fight for. And this is what I fought for. So we're going to move forward. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, veterans. Now, Vestas, before I went into that, that wasn't even planned. I actually was going to do that in the middle of the live. But I got my notes right here, and I got to look at my notes. And I just want to remind you, this week is the second week of OTAs. We already know their angles. We already know what they're going to do. We already know their strategies. We already know they're going to start spinning the narratives on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, maybe starting tomorrow, just to go ahead and get an emotional reaction out of us. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to stand down. We're going to be looking at them like they crazy. They're not going to get our energy this week. We're not going to give them our energy this week. And hey, if you got a loved one, if you don't got a loved one, go ahead and put in the chat. Let's just go ahead and mock the Cleveland Browns media. Because, listen, they even gonna say that Shedeur Sanders probably ain't even gonna get no reps this week. Of course, they're gonna come out with something landrous to try to get a reaction out of us, and we're not gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go ahead and throw our own party over here of all the crazy narratives they may fly up this week. Because guess what? If we do it ourselves, if we go ahead and consider all of their schemes and all of their possibilities regarding the narratives, guess what? We won't get triggered. We won't get triggered. We'll laugh at it and keep moving forward. So we're going to focus on Shedeur Sanders. Yep, we're going to focus on week 2 of OTAs. And this is what they should be focused on, right? How those rookies adapted to the NFL. That's what they should be focusing on. How are the rookies adapted to the NFL? Because that's what happened this year, right? Matter of fact, we was in day 3 just 30 days ago of the NFL. Have we forgot about that? Has the Cleveland media forgot about that? Yes, they have. And we got 14 wide receivers. We got so many undrafted free agents that came in. We got so many free agents that came in. Cleveland media. You know you can expand your talking points, right, in your articles, but you declined to do that. Okay, we're gonna keep moving forward. But what else I want to say here? So yeah, don't let them control your emotions. Don't even get controlled by them. We got to control our own energy and our own focus this week here. Let them go talk in circles and let them have it. All right. What else? So, yeah, I just want to remind you, it will be miscommunication in the news because they want that reaction. They want the Shedeur Sanders supporters just to give them that reaction and to get them likes and views up. It will be misdirection on purpose. Yes, I'm telling you now, it will be misdirection. Okay. What else I said it will be? It will be inaccurate quarterback competition graphs on purpose. Just to hit click and respond, click and react, click, go crazy, click, throw it up. Hey, that's what they gonna do. I'm laying it out for you. Just like they studied us, I'm studying them. And guess who's laughing at this whole thing? You're not gonna believe who's laughing at this whole thing all the way in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. Don't you know Kevin Stefanski probably looking back, they still doing that? Hey, they still doing that? That's why Kevin Stefanski probably don't even communicate with them no more. They still doing it. They still got a draft. They have a tracker. Kevin Stefanski may be the only one laughing in this whole entire fiasco that he started last year. What else I said? What else is going to happen? Yeah, and just go ahead and expect somebody from somewhere to say something, a name we never heard of. Just go say this and that about Shedeur and this and that about Deshaun. We're just going to go ahead and accept it here, but hey, it's Memorial Day. The Vestals, come on in the chats and vents. Come on. And guess what? I got something else that came out before this live. Hey, this right here was just going to be, what's up, Vestals? How you doing? Make sure you get your notes, your drink, and your vest because we having fun today. That's all it was going to be. But why? Why I'm watching Deebo&Joe and they dropped something out the sky and I was like, what? Todd Monken got to do what? What you mean the Cleveland Browns ain't never had that before? I'm looking at good Todd right now. Y'all call him Todd the father. I'm calling him good Todd today. Let me go ahead and charge up this laptop right here because I don't want this article to die on me. Y'all, why Todd gotta create the foundation, some of the basic leadership type of things that should have been in place? Hold on. Once again, I said you heard me right. Why is Todd Monken coming to the Cleveland Browns organization doing things that Kevin Stefanski never had in check before established? Oh, you know what? I think that may be the first story I go into. I think that's going to be the first story I go into. Yeah, you hear me right? I just heard this thing on Deebo&Joe. Yes, Deebo&Joe. God. Hold on. Let me see what else. I just want to go ahead and put this out here just for the Janet Jaxson algorithm. Catch what I'm putting down. Let me go ahead and read this prelude on the Janet Jaxson Rhythm Nation. Catch what I'm putting down. Algo Nation. Happy Veterans Day, Vestals. Today we're standing on the 50-yard line as we gear up for the second week of the Browns OTA. The new Browns era is officially in motion. And yeah, Shedeur Sanders, even if he's quarterback 1 or 2, we already know what the end of the season going to look like. We know this, Vestals. I'm warming up the room on Veterans Day. Oh, gosh, Memorial Day. Okay. What else? And now they talking about, did y'all know Myles Garett just had to come out maybe a couple days ago and say something? This is what he said. Hold on. If I can't find it, I'm definitely going to paraphrase. Basically, Myles Garett said he did not come, or he did not renew a contract of $160 million to deal with drama. He said, me and Todd Monken, we communicate on text, through text messages. And when it comes to mandatory minicamp, I will meet him then. Why Myles Garett don't got time for this foolishness. That's why they don't mess with Myles. They ain't mess with no Myles Garett. Hold on, if you don't believe me, hold on. I hope I clip that. Myles Garett said, I did not sign a contract for $160 million for drama. He's above this, y'all. I don't blame him. Who wants to deal with it? I told y'all. Look, Shedeur Sanders, he got this year on contract and 2 more years on contract. After that, Shedeur Sanders have already to pick up his bags, pick up his home, pick up his family, whatever he got, whoever he got, and go elsewhere. Who wants to deal with this right here? And I got to stay focused for the field, for my resume, to keep my body healthy and all this stuff. I don't got time for no CLE Browns Media. Come on, where your thing at? Where it at? That's what Myles Garett said. Here you go, y'all. And I quote, this is based off what I saw, okay? I haven't checked it, okay? But as a quote, everybody knows how I operate. Hold on, before I even go there, let me go in and show this right here. Let's see here. See that right there? I'm using this quote. I don't know who the content creator is, but this is the quote. Everybody knows how I operate. The month of May is about body maintenance. Not proving my commitment in Berea to all the Cleveland Browns media. Coach Monken and I are texting, and I fully trust his leadership to take us to the next level. Come on, Myles. Come on. We talk face to face. He said we'll talk face to face at minicamp. I didn't sign $160 million extension for drama. He said this. I'm just sharpening my X for September. Man, Myles, I'm saying go ahead and sharpen your axe, your knives, whatever else you need to do. Anything sharp to come after that offense. And matter of fact, while I'm doing this, let me go ahead and screenshot this right here. And I'm gonna pull this up because I want y'all to show exactly where I'm reading from. Breaking news. That's what Myles Garett said. Like I said, I didn't check the source, but I was like, you know what? Even if Myles Garett didn't say it, somebody needs to say it. May is not about his commitment in Berea. It don't matter right now. They in t-shirts and shorts. It matters when them pads come on. And mandatory minicamp. What we talking about? June the 9th through the 11th? And then some investors broke my heart last night. I thought Todd Monken said that he was gonna make the decision by June the 12th. Now I'm hearing that Todd Monken said he ain't gonna make the decision until what? Before official training camp? That mean you tell me we listen. I understand, Todd, if you truly said that, but we don't want to deal with the Cleveland media like that. We don't got time for them for a whole nother month and a half to come up with these narratives. Just make the decision. I don't care if you have to prematurely say we're gonna go with Deshaun Jackson until pregame season one. Just say something so the Cleveland media can just shut up, and you can do your job, and we can do our job. But that's why I'm saying that's what we're here for today. We just gonna go ahead and get all the emotions out because I would rather spend myself trying to figure out what's going to Berea versus the media spinning all these narratives. Let me go ahead and change the frequency up in here. Ooh, I told you I ain't gonna hold you long, but I'm gonna hold you right. Let me pick it up. But yeah, let me go ahead and send this thing to myself too, because we finna roll out. We finna roll out on this Monday, and we finna remember all of the veterans that have lost their life in service and out of service, because hey, that's what we are here for. As a veteran myself, I can say that. Yeah, I fought for freedom of speech, freedom of liberty, life in pursuit of happiness, and we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. What? Man, all we gotta do is come together as one. And we'll break this system. Protect my vest. Protect my vest. Stay vested up. 365 degrees at Tony Talks Compelling Sports Edge. Let me go ahead and send this thing right here. And then I'm going to go to the comments. I'm gonna see who's riding with me today on this Monday, because half of the vestals, guess what half of the vestals are probably doing in the air, on train, planes, and automobiles trying to get back home. Hey, because the holiday is over. Ooh, that beat just hit right there. Hold one. Gonna get this energy up. We ain't gonna let Cleveland media, no media outlet mess with our energy this week, because week 2, we controlling this. All I'm trying to say, we're going to control this right here. We can control week 3 of OTAs, this week of OTAs, and even throughout rookie minicamp. I don't care what your graph said. It ain't even accurate anyway. It's going to be when Todd Monken comes to that podium on June the 19th or whatever he comes, when Todd Monken says X, Y, and Z will be quarterback 1, and you know who I think that's going to be. It could be Jaxson, it could be Shedeur. Anyway, we're going to rock with it when we rock with it. We don't care what that only Tony said, Tony Grossi. We don't care what no Mary Kay Cabot said. We don't even care about the stranger down the street or an old NFL player or analyst that got somebody in the building that said somebody said something. I got an insider. What? We don't care nothing about that. We don't care nothing about that. I'm trying to tell you, we don't care nothing about that. We don't care nothing about that. But let me go and send this thing over to me so I can put this on the screen to show proof why I'm reading the Vestas chats. Yeah, I know it done been 2 days. I got a little rusted, but I'm getting back in it. I got my energy back. Let me go ahead. Oh, Lord. Whew. Okay. Lord, I was looking for, I really thought it's going to be about 100 chats up in here. But I almost got half. I could deal with that. Let me go ahead and jump on these chats here. But let me go ahead and pull this down real quick. Yeah. Hey, we happy Memorial Day over here. We're going to recognize all veterans that have lost their life with love and respect. Hey, because, hey, I almost said something. People forget that people have died for the freedoms of this country. And we'll never forget them. Let me go ahead and download this right here. And throw it on the screen, Vestas. Let me go ahead and put my glasses back on. Somebody said, Tony Talks, go ahead and put your glasses back on. I'm finna get them. But first, I'm finna throw this Myles Garett quote up here so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Come on, baby. Come on with it. Let me go. I like this picture of Shedeur Sanders. Let me go and throw this picture of Shedeur Sanders up here. Let's see here. There you go. Now go ahead and download this right here. I want to show y'all this quote. And maybe throughout the live, if you want to check a source to see if this is actually real. But like I say, even if it's not real, hey, somebody needs to say it. Even if it's not, somebody needs to say, yeah, Myles Garett said that or Myles Garett didn't. Hey, but somebody needed to say those words. All truth, all true. And then I'm coming to the chat, Vestas. I'm coming to the chat. Here you go. Here go that Myles Garett quote right here that I just quoted. Throw it up here on the stage. Let me blow it up. There you go. All right, let me go to the comments. Let me see what Vestas is in the room. It's about to be that evening. What's up, SDP1208? What's up, Slim 081? What's going on with you? Have a lot. Greeting everybody. Salute to all those fallen soldiers who put their lives on the line for this corrupted country, America. Who's horrified? God. Evelyn, thank you for speaking loud and clear. May all goes to God Almighty alone. Lord have mercy. I should have pre-rolled that. Read that. What's up, 420? Good evening, everybody. Salute to you, Miss Tony, and the rest of the brave men and women and my dad. Oh, may he rest in peace. Was a veteran, died 6/22/22. 4 Purple Hearts. Come on with it. And was a paratrooper. Come on with it. We honor him today. 420 Jenkins for Tony Talks. Vested up, compelling sports edge. Yes. Thank you, 420. What's up, Justine? What's up, Lady Ian? Thank you so much for that shout out today on Memorial Day. Thank you so much. What's up, Destin? Hello, Tony, and hello, veterans. That's what I'm talking about. Hello, everyone. Happy Memorial Day. What's up, Detroit? What's up, Detroit Gemini? Oh, they go that CJ. You a veteran too. Hey, Tony and veterans, and happy Memorial Day. What's up, Blind Beauty? Big time. Somebody get that corner ready. Somebody get that corner ready. Get that chair ready. Oh, we go tile down today. Blind Beauty can't come in here today with that. Blind Beauty. Thank you for your service, Tony, and all veterans. Yes. Happy Memorial Day from Destin. Here she go, Blind Beauty. Thank you for your service, Miss T. Hey, no problem. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you and all the soldiers for your services. Yeah, the sailors, the warriors, the Marines, the airmen. Yeah. We fighting this one. Trust me, if it ever goes down, we're gonna lock up no matter what the uniform is, and we're gonna pull together and we're gonna get it done. And once we come back, we're gonna come back home and get it done. And we're gonna say, hey, we done did the work over there. Nah, we got to do the work over here. Woo! Hold it, Tony. As a veteran, if we fighting for freedoms over there, we should have freedoms and liberties over here. That's all I'm going to say. That's what we fight for. Cleft notes. But I'm trying to tell you, woo, if it ever goes down, you got them airmen in the air. You got the Marines and Navy SEALs on the sea. And then you got them tanks and them helicopters coming out with them BDUs. Cause we stepping today. Them veterans, that army. Woo! I'm a non-commissioned officer. I'm a leader of soldiers. We coming through those fields. And all we said for everybody, for all of the citizens, just sit back and pray for us while we go through war. Woo! Just don't let us go to war in vain. That's what we don't want to do, is go to war in vain. Oh, man, I may have to end this live now, y'all. I may have to end this live now. I'm trying to get to the football, but I just feel the energy of the veterans that have passed away. Ooh, the fallen. Don't forget about the fallen. And don't forget about the veterans that are still living among you. Woo! Yeah, we did it. We volunteered for that and we loved it. I know I loved it. Oh, Lord, I'm trying to hold myself back. Don't say it, Tony. Don't say it. And would I do it again? Right across my chest. Put me back in PDUs if need be. Then I'm coming back home and I'm going to change my BDUs back into my professional attire and fight it all over again on a different war, on a different platform. Man, I may have to end this live, y'all. I may have to cut all this out. So if you in the room, just know you may not even see this in the final production. But just know I went hard. I went hard for the veterans that is living and the veterans that have fallen on today. Honoring my dad, Alfred Smith, Army veteran. May he rest in peace. Yes, June 22nd, 2022. Thank you so much, Jenkins. Thank you so much. What's up, Lady E, H. Adams, and G. Williams, United States Army. That's what I'm saying. We riding with the BDUs. Yes. Thank you so much, Lady E. Thank you. And I want to protect your families. So if you put their full name out there, I may just say their first initial and their last name in respect. Because you know how this internet is. They look crazy. But thank you for that. Yes, Clara. Uncle JFW. Okay, I see what you did. Uncle James FW. Army vet, survived veteran. Okay, but he has passed away. Sorry for your loved one, Destin. But hey, we're going to recognize him today over here at Tony Talks, Vested Up Compelling Sports Edge, along with your family member too, Lady E and 420 Jenkins. Yes. You notice they never, we gonna get to that. Hey, he's on my timeline. He's on my lineup tonight. Not a word. They didn't even put the interception on him. They put it on Shedeur Sanders. Listen, if they do come up with a chart, they need to come up with a wide receiver chart. They got 14 wide receivers. That's who they need to be focused on. Not no 4-3-4 quarterbacks. You got 14 wide receivers over there. Why you ain't tracking them? But we already know why we ain't tracking them. But I'm gonna get to that. Here we go. I agree. Not giving a reaction will come on with it. That's how you take back their energy. Don't give them no reaction. Don't even say nothing. Let the article die on his face. That's how you control power. in any situation. Any situation. That's how you control power. What's up, Never Lost? What's up, Never Lost? You know I gotta come back over there and harass you. Put your channel name in the put your channel link down in the comments, Never Lost. Tony, what's up? Happy holidays. Come on with it. We showing love. What's up, MSD767? Miss Tony in chat. Kevin knew he got a hold on. Kevin knew he don't gotta work hard if he can't control the media as long as they back the blame will never fall on his feet. Listen, I'm about to read this article right here before it falls off. Y'all can believe what Kevin Stefanski did not put in place in Berea. I already lost my voice. Y'all done got me hyped today. Is that Myles Garett AI statement? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I just put it out there. I may have to look at it, but if it is AI said something that Myles Garett should have said weeks ago. Now people in Cleveland going crazy. They be making up stuff true. Not sure if Myles Garett actually said that. That is true. But if he didn't, somebody needs to say it. AI had enough sense to say it for him. My feeling exactly, I feel Myles Garett has been staying away from drama while also enjoying his vacation. That's right. In a new engagement. But they worrying about why Myles Garett ain't talking to Todd Monken. Oh gosh, Jesus. Yes, Todd Monken said he will make a decision naming quarterback before the Jaxson game. Okay, I guess I gotta wait then. Myles, not beat for the for their shenanigans. Myles, man, nobody don't got time for that, but it's okay. Me too, Tony, protecting my best and my vest and my peace. Come on with it. Come on with it. We go protect our peace, our vest, and our peace. And listen, by me trying to trigger it today and just throwing it out there, that's why tomorrow is not going to be no emotions. You won't even have enough emotions. I'm going to drain all that tonight, Vestas. I'm going to drain all your emotions tonight. I promise you, I'm going to drain all your emotions tonight. So when you see them narratives starting tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you be like, oh gosh, well, whatever. Tony already said this gonna happen. The miscommunications, directions, and everything else. Watson already limping, and he's not made it. Ooh, what you mean, Justine? What done happened? What you mean? Hey, put that source out there. I thought that's what Todd Monken changed to. Good evening. What's up, Amber Love? Amber Love. What's up, Mel? You finally got up in here. Yeah. Yes, Tony, we have to protect our vest and our peace while protecting Shedeur and his new health. Yep. Blind Beauty, big time. You already know. I already see you. I got you marked. Blind Beauty. Here you go. Shaquilla. We're going to say that right there. You already know behind the background. You already know what it is, okay? I just got to get help. Shedeur was the only NFL athlete for... See? Shedeur Sanders was the only NFL athlete featured in the Nike 2026 Star Studded campaign. You mean to tell me that Jaxson Dart wasn't up there? And you know I'm going to go ahead and address that. See, I've been... Matter of fact, let me go... Hold on, how many more I got? Oh, goddamn it, I'm coming right back here. I love it too, Tony. Was he limping? I know he gonna be really hurting, especially when, I'm trying to tell you. What's up, Coach Dre? What's going on with you? Good evening, family, Miss Tony. Love and blessings to everybody. Hope it's all well. It's very well. What's up, Coach? There we go. Let me go back to this right here. Let me go in and address this right now. I wish I had a photo of Jaxson Dart. Let me see who said it. Oh, here you go. Now listen, let me tell you one thing. I gave you that spiel about veterans and what we fight for. And listen, we already know it's two parties. But this is what I think the media is doing. Yeah, you know, I guess, how can I say it? Viewers and I don't think my besters did. Maybe some of my besters is. But for people that is getting this story, right? I'm seeing that the media is only tackling one half of the story. Now, me personally, I told you I'm a veteran. I fight for freedom, so I really don't care. Cause hey, did it really surprise me? No. But why the media is not talking about the racial slangs that he was saying. That's what my issue is. They talking about, oh, is Jaxson Dart under attack for being seen with the president? I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about that. I'm caring about his racial language that he's using in public, because, hey, guess what? I found this right here. And I warned the vessels, I think it was on members only. Let Jaxson Dart continue to play with that word, that N-word, and this is exactly what's going to happen. If he slip up on that field, this is exactly what's going to happen. Is this the Myles Garett? Is this the Myles Garett? Hold one. Is this? Let me go and take this down right here. But thank you for that. The players see really who is. Hey, listen, it is what it is. Let me tell you one thing. Remember when Tom Brady wore that MAGA hat and rump was 45 and nobody said a peep? Jaxson Dart just wrote a check. He'll never cash. And why does his teammate? Come on now. What's up, Sugar Creek? Dart got a locker room fade loaded. Whoo, Sugar Creek. Hey, this is a new Vesta, y'all. Welcome to New Vesta to the room. Listen, new Giants got a lot on their plate this year right here. It is what it is. Yeah, that's a big problem. I never give nobody a pass to say that. I don't give nobody a pass to say that also. Protect my vest because they are Tony protecting each other. He better watch his step and his mouth, his and they cannot hide it, and they are saying and thinking it. Let me tell you one thing. He gonna slip up, and it's become an issue one day. And the NFLPA in the NFL, you better handle it right. If not, you better be talking behind him he should be off. I ain't gonna tell them what to do. I'm gonna let them go ahead and shoot their own self in the foot. I ain't doing their job. 420 those players will forever slide. Oh, most definitely. All right, so now let's go ahead. I caught up there. Now, guess what Todd Monken had to come in and implement after 6 to 7 years after Kevin Stefanski was in Berea. Y'all ain't for believe this right here. Matter of fact, before I do that, let's go ahead and bring up Deebo&Joe. Let Deebo&Joe tell you exactly what Todd Monken had to implement in Berea. And guess what? The players are happy for it. I said, well, what they finna talk about? And when Deebo&Joe brings it up, I said, are you serious? Todd Monken had to do this? Let me go in and break up a picture of Todd Monken. No, I'm sorry, Deebo&Joe. I told y'all I'm rusty today. It's okay though. It's okay. It's coming back to me. I know I got a Deebo&Joe in here. Hold on. If I can't find it, I'll just throw something up there. I'll throw a picture of Shedeur Sanders up there if I can't find it. I know I got it. Well, ain't no worries. Let's just go ahead and bring up our nephew. Not no Jerry Jeudy. We definitely gonna talk about Jerry Jeudy. I like this picture. Here. All right, come on with it, Deebo&Joe. Courtesy of Deebo&Joe. Let me go ahead and turn on this music so y'all can hear what Todd Monken had to implement.
Drives to how you like to start, Joe. You don't want to answer. Hey, Joe, how do you? Man, I think we have 2 good quarterbacks, and we're in the battle.
It's coming. That's not it.
Who would you like to start, Joe? That perform. It's a quarterback competition. Overtime to fix. I'm going to keep answering your question like exactly. The biggest difference between him and his. Yes,
here we go.
They said Todd Monken is working to overtime to fix one of Kevin Stefanski's worst mistakes. They said the biggest difference between him and his predecessors became even more obvious in the OTAs when the Browns guard, Zion Johnson, said Monken has installed a zero-tolerance policy with penalties. He said he really emphasized that if we have a penalty out there, we're reloading the play, if they're false starting, you're coming out. So it really forces accountability onto you, where it's like, okay, I'm coming out today. I got to get locked in to the snap count, my technique, so that I have nothing, so that I'm not having any penalties in practice. Joe.
Yes.
They saying this man wasn't, they saying your boy over there, he was just letting them do what they wanted to do.
Kevin Stefanski.
You know, their ratings, what is it, 20, from 20 to 25, them boys is 25, 20, nope, 24, 19, 28, 22, and it was 12 last year, but goodness. Hey, was that bad in penalties, Joe? Y'all was that bad in penalties, Joe?
Now, we see them games last year off the O-line jumping off sides, defensive line jumping off sides, everybody doing stuff wrong. That's what they talking about. Well, come to find out, Kevin Stefanski never implemented some type of, how can I say it, penalty policy regarding this. If you jump off line, you have to pay a penalty or do certain things in practice, or you pay a fine. You know how teams do that. They saying that they are happy. The team is happy that Todd Monken has came in and implemented something basic like this. I told y'all Kevin Stefanski was not a head coach. He didn't know nothing, have no decent leadership skills. We already know this. We know this. But I didn't think it was this bad here. Let's go ahead and let them finish talking.
What you got going over there? What was Stefanski doing, man?
I don't know. I want to speak on the Stefanski, but this is a discipline thing. And I'm loving it with the coach. You got to start at practice. You have to start with the snap counts. You got to start all that jumping off sides. All the little things equate to big things. You know what I'm saying? They kill drives. They're real. So the coach holding them accountable, it doesn't matter who you are. And that's just something in practice where you should never jump off sides. You should never go off sides. You should always know the snap count. That should be an asset to the offense. They should be able to go up there and be able to use hard count. So discipline, just starting off behind the line, being everywhere on time. I think that's a real big thing. And it's just accountability. People need to be where they're supposed to at the right times and just discipline. So coach doing that, I love it.
So let me tell you something right here. This just came to my mind. That's why I had to pause it here. So you already know if Todd Monken is already putting this in place for his O-line and D-line and for anyone else, I'm going to say all players, just imagine the conversations he's having with Jerry Jeudy behind the scenes. If he's holding the O-line and the D-line responsible for jumping off sides, just imagine the conversations he's having with Jerry Jeudy on that sideline. Jerry, you dropped this ball one more time. Jerry, you dropped this ball in the game. This the fine. Jerry, do you have an issue with being accountable? Jerry, you getting paid too. Jerry Jeudy may be one of the highest. If I'm not mistaken, Jerry Jeudy could be maybe, if not the second, the third. He's definitely in the top 10 in terms of salary this year. Jerry Jeudy, hold on. Let me go ahead and bring him to the stage real quick. I want to go ahead and bring Jerry Jeudy to the stage. Because we're talking about him right now. We're talking about him. We definitely talking about him, okay? Can you imagine the conversation once again? We already heard that Todd Monken is coming in and he's established some type of accountability policies and procedures. Jerry Jeudy, I already played that clip. You already know that clip, that famous clip regarding Stephen Smith, right? Stephen Smith already said years ago, 3 years ago now, almost to the day or in that season, that Jerry Jeudy at best was a tier 3 wide receiver. And I forgot about that until I dropped a video for the members only behind the scenes and members only. You gotta go. I'm showing you love this weekend. I dropped the video. You heard it from Steve Smith's mouth. He said it back then. He said, at best, you are a top 3. Matter of fact, I don't want to mess it up because I'm getting too excited. Let me just go ahead and play this. Members only. Don't get frustrated. I'm only going to play that 30-second clip from Steve Smith. Oh, one, I got it right here. Because, hey, the writing is already on the wall. We already know that Jerry Jeudy should be 3, 4 on the bench, 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It don't matter. Let me go ahead here. Now listen to this right here. Listen to this right here. Here we go. Here we go.
Yes, I'm using word ninja. I'm just using word ninja. I don't mess with you. And it was a curse word. So I was like, all right. And then he repeated it. So I'll say it again. I'm sorry that I said you were a jag, just a guy who's an average wide receiver that you use a first round pick on that isn't doing anything. I hope today that you actually show up in a way that you haven't showed up in the last couple of years since they drafted you. So if you ever got a problem with Agent 89, I'm sorry for saying that you're an average wide receiver that they eventually will move on. And when teams call me and ask it, should they trade for you? I will say no. Don't trade for Jerry Jeudy because he's mentally unable to handle destructive criticism from people who watch specifically. Can he be a wide receiver? He can be a wide receiver. He's a tier 3. Go back into the studio. I'm done now. Thank you.
Well, y'all heard that right there. And I'm pretty sure y'all know that clip that came from Stephen Smith. Let me come back to the stage. But I've been declaring Jerry Jeudy a wide receiver 3 last year. Let me go back to the chats. Tony, did you see Deebo&Joe talking about Monken should be better with the media? Hey, that's the same one. That's the same clip I just played. They talked about that in the beginning of that same clip. If y'all want to know what Gemini and I was talking about, the video is from Deebo&Joe. It came out, I think, today. Todd Monken making major. Let me click on it real quick. This right here is the title of it. Todd Monken making major mistake dealing with the Browns media. Listen, I had already softly called out Todd Monken in January, February, March, April, and May. Even this month, just go ahead and say something. But hey, it seemed like Joe and Deebo had to went back and watched some of my old content, and they basically saying the same thing. Just say something. If not, you're going to be dealing with the media. And do y'all know in this clip right here? Oh, let me play this right here. Guess what station got mad at Todd Monken for blowing off the media? You mean to tell me that the Cleveland Browns is sensitive? Because Todd Monken is not giving them an answer. If y'all don't believe me, here you go. Deebo&Joe, fair use. Let's go ahead. Y'all ain't gonna believe what channel is upset with Todd Monken.
Hey, man, he tired of the questions, man. The 92.3, I guess the fan, Anthony, is edge as the team.
Rewind. Listen. Here is the channel, podcaster channel, that is upset with Todd Monken on his treatment towards the Cleveland Brown media. Listen.
Team progresses through OTAs. Joe, Monken said, he said, yeah, nothing's really changed other than it's a different day and y'all firing the same questions. Hey, man, he tired of the questions, man. The 92.3, I guess the fan, Anthony Lima, took issue with the response from Monken. He said they're clipping the Cleveland media members all asking about the quarterback every time. And then Todd Monken goes, well, it hasn't changed. And they're like, oh, another Cleveland reporter gets humiliated by Monken.
Wow.
Like, we're going to ask you every day who's in the league.
And that's a quote he's reading. You mean to tell me that Anthony Lima is saying that Todd Monken is humiliating his media buddies? But what has the Cleveland media been doing to players like Shedeur Sanders for over a year? So you mean to tell me, just like the NFL is upset with the Brian Flores case, the Cleveland Browns media is upset with Todd Monken, the way that he's handling the media and putting them in their place. And now he's saying that Todd Monken, Anthony Lyman for 92.3, is humiliating the Cleveland Browns? Oh, so it's good for the goose, but not good for the gander? We ain't playing that no more. See, a lot of people, if you don't know, Todd Monken has been part of the Cleveland Brown coaching staff in I think 2019 and 2020, right? So he's already familiar with the Cleveland media that tore him apart when he was the head coach under Freddie Kitchens. So with Todd Monken, which when he got offered that job, he was happy he was offered that job, but he said, you know what, this is the big payback. I remember when probably you, Mary Kay, Tony Grossi, whoever else, they was ripping Todd Monken apart. And see, they upset now that Todd Monken done came in with the big boy shoes, the one in charge, and they can't get nothing. They must have forgot how they treated Todd Monken years ago. Now Todd Monken is exercising that authority and power, and they can't take it. Anthony Lima, you definitely need to watch your words. Humiliation? Are you serious? Do y'all know what y'all did to Shedeur Sanders? And the Cleveland media is sensitive and insecure. Man, let me go on back to the chats. These people crazy. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Thank you so much. Them people crazy. Anthony Lima, you need to... Did y'all hear that right there? They was reading Anthony Lima's quotes that Todd Monken was humiliating the Cleveland media because he wanted us to answer their question the way that they wanted answered. As a head coach, I don't have to tell you nothing. I don't have to tell you nothing. That's why Andrew Berry is doing his job as executive president of football operations and the GM. That's why Jimmy Haslam, he better be up there doing everything right this year. Todd Monken is handling business on the ground, and they can't stand it. You know why? Because they ain't used to it. Stefanski let them got away with murder 6 to 7 years, and they thought Todd Monken was going to bow down and do the same thing. I said not. What's up, Destin? Michael Irvin said, JD is going to lose the locker room. Jaxson already is, because the excuse, I saw that. Come on with it. Excuse the word due to the word because cultural surroundings until he brought politics into the... Listen, even if Jaxson Dart didn't bring the political forefront into the locker room in public, I still don't like the fact that he's able to use that word. I don't even like it when I hear my own use that word. But my thing with the media, all these other channels, they talking about the picture with the president. They ain't talking about the using of the word. No. We're not going to forget that part. We're not going to forget part 2 of the story. So that's part 2 of the story. Let's keep going. He was playing players to mess up. He was paying players to mess up and deliberate somebody. We know that. I can't wait. I know the flipping, the flopping. Do I still got that? Do I still got the video over here? I must have just deleted it. I showed the investors and the viewers. Nobody will never forget them O-line flopping like that. Nobody can't never forget the O-line flopping like that. No, I made room, so I removed that. But we ain't forgot about Big Baby Cam Robinson, Corlin, and whoever was just flopping like that. We ain't never. I've never seen nothing like that in my life. Never. Tony, you mean Tinkerbell? I wasn't gonna bring that word over him because that was members only chats. But since you brought it up here, yeah, I mean Tinkerbell. Jerry Jeudy Tinkerbell. Yes. Hey, Browns fan, what's up, too, man? Hey, what you doing? Jaxson Dot gonna think he was. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, Justin. Yeah, he's gonna get so hard. He's thinking Cam Robinson is blocking for him. You're right. Now I know why you were laughing, Gemini. Jeudy doesn't put in the work out. Listen, once again, if Todd Monken has put in accountability policies for the O-line and the D-line, you don't think he got accountability policies and procedures for wide receivers? Hint, hint, Jerry Jeudy from dropping that ball in practice and in the game. It should be some fines. Now, hey, if the ball is overthrown and whatever, okay, you couldn't get to, that's one thing. But when Shedeur Sanders throw it to your chest and hit you right where it needs to be, and then you get the ball back to the other player, if you drop it intended, you should be fined. I know Todd Monken got something like that in place. But the Cleveland Browns media ain't talking about that. They ain't even talking about the other 13 wide receivers besides Casey Concepcion and Denzel Boston. What about the other 11 wide receivers? Y'all know I called them out 2 weeks ago. Jeudy doesn't put in the work to get better at his craft catching the hands. He focuses on junking and is very lazy. And the Cleveland Brown media is lazy too. That's why they would rather have that's why they would rather have a quarterback competition chart of 4 players only versus go ahead and have a wide receiver chart That'll be more content, more to talk about, more analysis, but they too lazy because they would rather study and make up lives for 4 players versus 14 players. That's where the money is, the wide receivers. That's why they went what? We went O-line, wide receiver. That was the draft order picks. Fano, number 9. Casey Concepcion, number 24. Denzel Boston, number 39, number 33, number 32. He was something up there. Why are they talking about 14 wide receivers? That's why they lazy. The Cleveland media is lazy too. And that's why another thing, Vesta, they don't want to get off the Shedeur Sanders topic. They don't want to go ahead and do no work. They don't want to go pull up PFF comparisons like we did before the draft, after the draft, looking at the combine. They could listen. If the Cleveland Browns, if they really want to get some traction, every 14 wide every day, they can highlight one wide receiver that's on their team, do the homework, do the PFF, do some highlights, talk about them, interview them, say, hey, Todd, these are the 2 wide receivers we want to talk about today. We want to ask them some questions if they new to the team, if they was drafted or undrafted free agent. Let's talk to them. Let's go ahead and get the Cleveland Browns community familiar with all the wide receivers, because you got 14 wide receivers. They need to be asking Todd Monken, how are you going to evaluate 14 wide receivers? What is your plan? What is your metrics? What are you going to be using? Okay, how are you going to, differentiate between this wide receiver, and why so many? How many do you plan on keeping? This is the stuff you're supposed to be talking about, Cleveland media, but I'm not going to do this job for you. If you want to be lazy and just report on really 2 quarterbacks and a half, because Dylan Gabriel ain't it, but you know what I'm saying. But come on. But nah, they too lazy. They ain't going to do that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. It's been 2 days. I miss y'all, so I'm talking a lot. I'm talking, okay? I'm talking. That's exactly what he is, a jag. What's up, Lady PC 6767? What's up, 420? 420 still laughing in here. Yes, too, man. Jerry is lazy. If the ball doesn't come directly him, but the ball comes directly to him. Let me go black. Let me go radio style, because I don't want to show my face. The ball comes straight to Jerry Jeudy, and he still drops it. You can't get no straighter than Shedeur Sanders' arm talent going straight to his chest, and he still drops it. Oh, gosh. The ball comes straight to Jerry. You can't get no accurate than Shedeur Sanders' accuracy. The ball comes straight to him. And he don't want to move to go forward to catch it. And if somebody does interception, you mean to tell me you can't stop the player from catching it, hit his arms, hit his legs? It's not basketball. You're not going to get a foul for hitting his legs. Oh, my. Oh, yeah, you just tricked me, Gemini. Now I know I'm going to use that button often to go black, okay? Okay, I'm good now. I love the way I love the way that Todd Monken handled that Cleveland media. Yes, that's how you do it. Watch the whole thing. They were critical, but Todd Monken is solid and doesn't care. He don't care. And he definitely don't care for Anthony Lima. Y'all, if y'all forgot, that is the same channel where Todd Monken went, I think, after the draft. And they the one that asked him, how did you feel about Shiloh? And what he put online about the sandwich. Todd Monken said, I don't care. He said, I just view it as a man expressing his opinion online. Anthony Lima said, "Who do I need to play it again? Hold on, y'all. I think I need to play that again. Hold on. Let's go ahead. I ain't playing over here with them people. Let me go ahead, y'all. Let me go ahead. I got it right here. Is this the one? Here go one. Hey, I still got it queued up. Hold on, y'all. This is what I said about Anthony Lima. This is the same 92.3 Anthony Lima that Todd Monken did. This right here. Here's a clip. Listen to this. Hey, you. No holds bars. This is why the right women is needed in sports. I found a couple brothers that I love deep in my heart. You know why? Because Todd Monken is a head coach, y'all. Todd Monken's job and responsibility is over this year right here to put together that winning offense that the Cleveland Browns and the Cleveland media should be focused on. Listen, Todd Monken got a 53-man roster and a salary to be concerned about, not grown people on the internet. And you know, Todd loved it. Todd said he applauded. I love Todd. I don't think I got to the comments. Not grown people on the internet. And you know, Todd loved it. Todd said he applauded. Todd said he'll party. I love Todd. Why don't they go to the comments? They go to the comments. I say, hey, that's just a man stating his opinion. Boy, Anthony Lyman felt like this right here. He thought Todd was going to try to attempt to rip into Shedeur Sanders. What? Get out of here. And this is why Shedeur is the definition of a man and a brother. Come on, Todd.
On family members saying this type of stuff because, you know, we've got a football team to worry about. Do you have to address the team at all about that kind of stuff?
No.
No.
That's a man.
Anthony. He immediately dropped that smile when Todd Monken said no. Do y'all see what I mean, y'all? Do y'all see? That's the same Anthony Lyman that just said that Todd Monken is humiliating the Cleveland Browns media by not answering the question. Are you crazy? Woo! That was fun, y'all. Blast from the past. Oh, my. Let me go back to the comments. Y'all. Let me go back to the comments. We don't got time. Let them be sensitive. I need my... Here it go. We gonna go ahead and finish riding out today. Let's see here. Yeah. More they criticize him, more he's in the news getting paid. Monken said he doesn't care. And you know what? Monken don't care about the media. And y'all, I just realized when I played that video, I'm in the same shirt. I love polo shirts, baby. I love polo shirts. But Todd Monken don't care. In that clip right there, and I forgot I said this, Todd Monken, it's two things that Todd Monken is caring about. His salary, which 2-man just said, and that 53-man roster. Todd Monken has been given everything that we asked Andrew Berry to give the next head coach, which is Todd Monken. We said, Andrew Berry, go out there and get that old line that Shedeur Sanders needs. Andrew Berry, go out there and get them wide receivers that Shedeur Sanders needs. Andrew Berry even went out there and got some more defensive pieces. He got that E-man. McNeil Warren. That safety that everybody said was the hidden jewel. He even went out there and got that luxury piece in Taylor Green. 6'5". Who's going to be Shedeur Sanders solidified QB2? He even went out there and got some more pieces. He even got out there and got that Aaron Anderson that they signed after the first day of OTAs. So Andrew Berry has did his job. Todd Monken don't care nothing about no media. He got to worry about putting that offense together, that defense together, getting everybody right on the same accord with that new offensive line and that playbook. We got so many weapons in the arsenal. Todd Monken got other priorities versus dealing with a Mary Kay Cabin and a Tony Grossi and not a 92.3 ESPN Cleveland, whoever. We looking at a winning season here. Cleveland media. If you don't want to do your job, just don't go to Berea. Go do something else. But they crazy. Never mind, they crazy. We like Monken approach to messy media. And guess what? He giving everything he giving it. They don't like their karma. They just should have just accept your karma. Just accept your karma. This is their karma. Do y'all see Earl the Pearl went off them today because they tried to talk over him? No, I didn't, CJ, but if it did, what's up? Shout out Earl the Pearl. That's what you're doing. That's how you handle Earl the Pearl. I told you I never go over there and watch that 4-letter show, but if Earl the Pearl, he went up there and stumped out they chat. Come on with it. I can't stand when I used to watch that show and they love talking over G. Bush and Earl the Pearl and anybody with a different narrative than theirs. Salute to you, Earl the Pearl, on Memorial Day, because you handed them their tombstone today, I'm assuming. That's how you do it, Earl the Pearl. And I see something in Earl the Pearl I do like. He got an undercover alpha. If you trigger him one time, he ain't gonna let you kick him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You slightly kick Earl the Pearl and he gonna stand up and rise up. I'm trying to tell you, Earl the Pearl, I like that now. I like that. Got a little Hennessy up in there. I like that now. I like that Earl the Pearl, but I know exactly who you're talking about. Earl the Pearl. Even the media, Monken has said his deadline is week 1. He is splitting and getting, but right, what are we talking about? But that's why I call this Vestas conference today, this Vestas session. Just go ahead and get mentally prepared that they're going to make up new stories, miscommunication stuff, misdirection, this and that, and that. It's all lies. Anytime you see anything from them, if it don't come from Todd Monken or any player off the podium this week, just say it's all lies. Just all lies. Even Todd Monken and Andrew Barry had said one thing the very next day or the same day they twisted and make a certain totally different hit. It's just all lies. All lies. All lies. They don't know nothing. But his main quarterback ready to play when the season starts. He would pick the best quarterback. Yes. Be what may. I like that. Be what may. Come on. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. You know what, Justine? I sure had read them. I flipped them left. I'm about to say something. He shut them down. He said, hold up. I'll let you all talk. I'm not going to say what I need to say. Kevin was feeding them line. Oh, that's what Earl the Pearl said? Well, salute. That's once again, salute Earl the Pearl. If you're talking about Earl the Pearl. I honestly wish they already traded Jerry Jeudy. Me too. I tried to make Todd too, man. I tried to make that trade to Gavin Stefanski in February, and he did not respond to my request. I'm so serious with you. I'm so serious with you. They didn't want the package there. I even threw in Joe Bitonio. Kevin Stefanski did not respond to my inquiry. Okay. I would honestly wish they would trade Jeudy, Dillon, and Thrash to anybody for either a linebacker, corner, or draft pick to make room for new blood. Listen, now I haven't looked up Jerry Jeudy's guaranteed money, but Dillon Gabriel has already received his whole entire guaranteed contract amount. So they can cut Dillon Gabriel any day of the week. We did our homework. And Thrash, I never even looked up whatever his contract was. That's right, Justine. I agree with you. It totally irritates me also when my own people uses the N-word. Right. They will never forget the history of it. Right, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't even understand why we use it like that. I don't care if it's the ER or the A. It's the same thing. I don't care if it's the ER or the A. It's the same thing, the same connotations. Whoever came up with that, it had to be somebody up in the high up in there to say, hey, that's members only. I ain't gonna say nothing. But it had to be way up high. We have enough prospect talent in the wide receiver room that is worth moving old meat. Yes, let's start that evaluation. But the Cleveland Browns is too lazy to even start a 14 player tracker for wide receivers. They too lazy. It'll never happen. We have to do the work. He should be fired. Most definitely. We could trade Jerry Jeudy for I know they would come in working. I know they Canada Football League. And that's where the Browns' fifth quarterback, what's his name was? Brandon Benson. That's where he went. 2 weeks ago? He said, nah, I'm out of here. That was the number 11. He said, nah, I'm gone. He went exactly to the Canadian Football League. He sure did. They have like 13 players. Right. They have like 13 players in the wide receiver, 6 or 7 are as good or better than Jerry Jeudy at least. And guess what? Less money. Jerry Jeudy, he easily could be taking off 30 to 40 million this year. But go ahead and get rid of Jerry Jeudy, trade him. And y'all, I did look up the trade deadline. Vesta put it in another live. The trade deadline this year is November 10th. So we may have to deal with Jerry Jeudy all the way up to November the 10th of this year. That's right, for cheaper, man. Man, people can come in here, man. With Jerry Jeudy, 30, 40 million, man, we could keep all the other wide receivers. I'm just playing, but you know what I mean. Just to get Jerry Jeudy off our roster. Jerry Jeudy act like he had a brain when he has come to and fight for the ball. I told you he don't want to get his uniform dirty or his nails broken. That's why he's not swatting at the balls. If a defender get the interception, trip him up or something, knock the ball back. He can't do that. He don't want to get his uniform dirty or his nails broken, okay? He does this with Watson. Also, they were comparing him as Casey, different from Casey fights for the ball. I just said he don't want to get his uniform dirty. Not Jerry Judy. No, he don't want to get his uniform dirty. Right, Tony. All those new players, they still asking the same question about the quarterback. Come on with it. That's why I agree with you. That's why I said if they want to play stupid games, give them stupid prizes. If they want to ask stupid questions, give them the stupid answers. Todd is ready for them to expand the horizon. Ask me about these 14 wide receivers. But they don't care nothing about that. They don't care nothing about that. 420 Jenkins, they don't want him after the Broncos. It gave him a fair chance. Talking about Jerry Jeudy, and he got to the Browns and a disastrous who gets angry with Shedeur. Y'all, I ate up Jerry Jeudy. I ate up Jerry. God darn it, Claire. Ooh, Claire. Ooh, Claire. I can't. I'm going to play a little bit for this, y'all. God. Ooh, Claire. Claire. Rumors of Browns looking at signing Joe Bosa. I don't see a good move either. Joe B hasn't been healthy at the same time. I haven't heard that yet too, man, but I will look that up, okay? The old man will be more and to play him as a backup. What's his position? Is he a wide receiver? Wouldn't be as big and plus as a development. Now, I can see them bringing a good veteran in to help with. I tell you one thing. I ain't gonna say that. Claire, exactly. I'm surprised they didn't trade him coming into the season. The Cleveland Browns media are humiliating themselves. The media, that's right, the media themselves, not the Browns, because they putting something together. The line he especially asked AB for was flexible, young, mobile. Yeah, because the Cleveland Browns last year, we had the oldest team last year. And I pulled up that chat maybe a couple weeks ago. Now, based off the draft picks this year, we are the fourth. We're one of the fourth youngest teams in the NFL. Andrew Berry did that in one draft, y'all. In one draft. We are one of the fourth youngest teams in the NFL, along with the Jets, and it was the other team. If you was in that live, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now we are one of the fourth youngest teams in the NFL. Why the Cleveland Browns is not talking about that? Why the Cleveland Browns is not talking about that? Because they lazy. And it has nothing to do with Shedeur Sanders. That's why they not talking about that. I told you, y'all, they want our energy. They want our attention. Either which way they can get it. And exactly what he has. Everyone can play multiple positions. That's right. That's talking about that versatile, that versatility. Yes, that's what they want. That's right. That's right. Everybody can play multiple positions on that line. Great footwork and no history of major injuries. You're right. Two man said this year we expect them to be this year we expect them to not be flashy, but we'll put a body block and we will move the ball unlike last year, no one touched anybody. Right. They was doing that on purpose, too, man. He did not want those guys because he paid them monetary prestige and positions. Oh, you talking about Jeudy, Dillon, and Bitonio? Joe Bitonio is on the payroll 2 more years, even if that is true. Watson set through 2020. That's right. That's right. Money Man broke all that down. Got to give it to him. He broke all that down. So that's my thing. If they got to pay Watson for 2 more years, let him sit on the bench. What's the difference? What's the difference? You're going to be if you don't re-sign him, you're going to be paying him anyway for the next, the 2020, next 4 years? Is anybody going to scream that, hey, Deshaun Watson needs to be on the Cleveland Browns for the next 4 years because the Cleveland Browns are still paying for him? No. That money is gone. You cannot get that back. It is what it is. The media can only talk about the quarterback position because they know their time is us once they start winning. Oh, we're going to... I almost said something. Let me get a squid. Joe Bitonio doesn't want to play in Cleveland anymore. He just need to go in and tell the Browns that. He and Corley taking those intentional dives and other suspect behaviors to sabotage, including Big Baby Cam Robinson. Joe... Oh, he's an edge rusher. I think we also picked up another free agent edge rusher. Oh gosh, his last name begins with a W. But we did pick up another free agent edge rusher, probably about last week, I think. All right, so hey, we don't talk about Todd Monken accountability. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna read that article. I wanna know a little bit more because Deebo&Joe went into it, of course, and we already talked about that Jerry Jeudy. So while I'm reading this article, don't forget to go ahead and put something in the chat so I can go ahead and throw it up here. And for all of the investors and viewers that came in the room late, I made a declaration in the beginning of the live. If you have a lost family member, a fallen soldier, warrior, airman, a navyman, a sailor that you want to get acknowledged today on Tony Talks Vested Up Compelling Sports Edge, go ahead and put their first name, initial, and last name in the chat along with their service agency, Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and I definitely go ahead and give them a shout out and a rest in peace today, okay, if you want to. All right, let me go ahead and read this article real quick. And then how long I've been on here? 1 hour and 14 minutes. And then I'm going to let you go, Vestas, because I want to know what Todd Monken. So this right here, this comes from Yahoo Sports. I heard about that too, man. I didn't want to bring it up, but I did hear about that. If that's the case, you know what? If that's the case, that actually may work out for the Browns salary cap. Because if they take that, they may compensate the Cleveland Browns for some money. I may need to look into that. But I think the Cleveland Browns, if Joe Patino signs with the Bills, just like when Kevin Stefanski got hired with the Atlanta Falcons, they didn't have to pay Kevin Stefanski that money on the table as if he was unemployed. So if Joe Patino go sign with another team, that will probably actually free up some money for the Cleveland Browns. I need to look into that. I need to do some research. No, I read today where Watson said he wouldn't mind extending with the man. Listen, ain't nobody come to see you, Watson. Watson, listen, we being nice right now. We're being very nice. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Watson. Listen, I love you dearly, but your time, you need to go somewhere else. You've been here, what, 5 years? You didn't make the best of your time, young man. I'm sorry. I know that you had some injuries. But ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody come to see Watson. Just go ahead and find another team. Extend. I almost said something on this channel. No, we giving you grace and mercy now. All right, so this is the article for Yahoo Sports. And this was published. I'll scroll down. It says Todd Monken is working overtime to fix one of Kevin's worst mistakes. Hold on, let me go in and share this screen so you can see exactly what I mean. But ain't nobody come to see Watson. We just giving him mercy and grace just to be nice. But now we don't got time for that. We don't got time for that. Let me go ahead and share this right here so you see exactly where I'm reading from. Todd Monken. Let me go and share my screen. Ooh, Vestas. I'm having fun with y'all today. Oh man, 2 days. 2 days feel too long. Oh wait, let's see. Let me go in and blow this up so y'all can see this article right here. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you real quick. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Ain't messing with you. Ain't no, for real, ain't nobody come to see off that attention that Shedeur Sanders bringing. No, Shedeur Sanders, we're here for Shedeur Sanders. You're just getting the residuals, right? Because, hey, you part of the team, right? But no. Don't get it mistaken, okay? Please don't get it mistaken. Don't get it mistaken. All right, here we go. All right, so this is the article. Let me read this right here. It said Todd Monken is working overtime to fix one of Kevin Stefanski's worst mistakes. Let's see. And y'all see when this was published? This was published. Here we go. This was published yesterday, May 24th, 2026 at 1 p.m. They threw it out on a Sunday. It says the Cleveland Browns have yet to take the field for an official game under new head coach Todd Monken. However, the difference between the start of his tenure and Kevin Stefanski is already palatable. Come on with it. I'm just gonna keep the article so y'all can, if y'all want to pull it up yourself, you can read it. Let's see. Monken has taken no nonsense approach from that. He doesn't leave any room for controversy, shutting down narratives right away in his sessions with local reporters. We talking about Mary Kay Cabot, Tony Gross, and all the other ones. Isn't that a shame? Look, we already know who the corporate is. We only know 2 by name. I don't even know who all the other people answering the question. Now I do, and I got to give respect to the only brother that I see, David Ufuwisi. Much respect to him. So David, anytime you come across Tony Talks Vested Up, and I'm hammering down the Cleveland media pundits and beat writers, I'm definitely not talking about you, brother, because you doing that job over there. Even Andrew Barry talks to you and answer your questions with respect. So I'm not talking to you, David. I'm talking to the other ones. Okay, let's keep going. He doesn't leave any room for controversy, shutting down narratives right away in his seasons with local reporters. He's also holding every single one of his players accountable. Once again, that go back to Jerry Jeudy. What conversations is he, Andrew Barry, and maybe even Jimmy has to come down that elevator and talk to Jerry? Man, listen, you can't do what you doing. Kevin ain't here no more. You finna get fined in practice and on the field. If you got balls that's actually coming to you and you can't make the catch, you start taking Jerry Jeudy money. That may motivate him. However, the biggest difference between him and his predecessor became even more obvious in OTAs. Let me scroll this down. Here you go. In OTAs. As a new Brown guard, Zion Johnson told ESPN David Ufuwisi, Monken has installed a zero tolerance policy with penalties. So Kevin Stefanski never even had this in place, y'all. This is why they was undisciplined last year. I've never watched a Cleveland game before last year, and I never cared to. But based off last year, a lot of those games we actually could have been closer than what we were in terms of scoring. But because the O-line would jump offside, especially the O-line would jump offside, I don't even think that the defensive line even jumped offside, because we was top 1 defense in the league last year, and then we went to 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we never went past top 5. But it was that offensive line, no discipline. As a new Browns guard, Zion Johnson told ESPN David Monken has installed a zero tolerance policy with penalties. He really emphasizes, this is quote, Monken's quote, he really emphasized that if we have a penalty out there, we're reloading the play. If you're false starting, you're coming out. Jerry Jeudy, if you drop the ball, you should be coming out and give one of them other wide receivers the next rep. Todd Monken, I know you watch this channel. Wink, wink. Implement the same thing for the wide receivers. Jerry Jeudy, if he drops that ball in practice, put him to the side. Who's next? Jerry will get the picture. Jerry would get the picture. Here you go. If you false starting, you're coming out. So it really forces that accountability on you, where it's like, okay, I'm coming out today. I gotta be locked into the sack count to my technique, so I'm not having penalties in practice. Let's keep reading further. Todd Monken wants to fix the Brown never-ending penalty issues. All right, the Browns struggled with discipline throughout Kevin Stefanski's tenure, 6 to 7 years. There often didn't seem to be enough accountability, and it was especially with Jerry Jeudy, and the team kept making the same pre-snap mistakes I told you, and mental miscues over and over. According to the NFL penalties, the Browns ranked 25th in penalties in 2022, 24th overall in 2020 in 2021, 19th in 19th in 2022, 28th in 2023, 22nd in 2024, and 12th in 2025. I think that's a lie. Ain't no way that the Browns was in the mid of teams, all teams that, no, that's a lie. They actually meant, instead of 12, that actually supposed to be 32. Browns had the worst offense in the league. So that 12 there is a lie. It's supposed to be 32, not 12. So they got the one mixed up with the 3. No team can win when it's constantly playing behind the sticks. That is so true. Monken and offensive line coach Jorah Werthart, that came from the Baltimore Ravens, is facing a tough challenge. They're putting together almost an entire new unit with new faces trying to mesh and develop some rapport before actually playing together. Yes, as such, staying disciplined with the snap count will be instrumental. Yes, this may seem minor, but it's actually a major philosophical difference from the Stefanski era. Oh, y'all, even this article said the devils is in the details. And Monken knows that dominating in the trenches would be the best way to hide the team glaring flaws at quarterback. Hey, I don't project any flaws at quarterback once we get Shedeur Sanders in there. And even so, this is the second year. He's not going to be perfect, but he's definitely going to be Shedeur Sanders with that accurate arm. Moreover, undisciplined football is losing football, and Monken isn't here to mess around. Yes. The Browns added multiple offensive line members, most of whom can play multiple positions. Remember, I talked about this V word, versatility. That versatility should keep him and everybody on their toes, knowing that no one, not even Spencer Fano, the number 9 pick, is safe from losing a job. That's what I'm talking about. Let me read that again. The Browns added, come on, Todd Monken and Andrew Berry and Jimmy Haslam, come on with it. The Browns added multiple new offensive linemen, most of whom can play multiple positions. That versatility should keep everybody on their toes, knowing that no one, not even Spencer Fano at number 9, is safe from losing a job. That's how you put the stamp of approval on your new tenure as head coach. Set it up from the jump. Set them boundaries up. Here we go. This is the last paragraph. Whatever team's doing the week ultimately shows on the field. That is true. Whatever teams do during the week ultimately shows on the field. So guess what? If Jerry Jeudy is dropping balls in practice, 9 times out of 10, he's going to drop balls in the game. That's why Coach Prime up in Boulder, Colorado, he said you play the way that you practice. It's muscle memory. The way that you practice is the way that you're going to play in the games. They used to even tell us that in the military. The way you train, it will be the way that you the way you train will be the same way that you execute in military warfare. That is true. That is so true. And that goes for practice and the actual game. Matter of fact, that goes for anything in life. If you carry yourself one way here, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna carry your same way with the wrong attitudes, the wrong mental challenges out there in the real world. That's all it's saying. Let me go and read this right here. Monken identified some major flaws in his organization, execution, and culture. That means Kevin Stefanski was letting them get away with everything. We saw that with Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy faced no consequences dropping them balls from when Shedeur Sanders gave them to them perfectly in the games. And even though he'll also make mistakes, which is true, nobody's perfect, Todd Monken is clearly determined to change the culture moving forward. Go ahead, Todd Monken. Go ahead, Todd. Go ahead, Todd. Here we go. Let me go back to the stage. Y'all, when will Watson speak to the media? And please put the comments in here about that article. Todd Monken, based off this article here, Todd Monken is not playing. Hold on, let me do a copy and paste. Let me put the link here. Todd Monken is not playing with these people. Todd Monken is setting up ranks right now. He is showing dominant leadership, something that Kevin Stefanski would never have. When will Walker speak to the media? We ain't talking about that tonight. We ain't messing with you, Gemini. We ain't messing with you. Nobody came to see you, Otis. What's up, Blake Alice? Defensive player Quincy Williams is going to be a character watch. Yes, I love Quincy Williams. They call him the Joker. He's hilarious. He chased down Watson and told him he sacked him. Then told them to go give him oxygen. That's see, hey, Justine. So if Deshaun Watson was limping, go ahead and blame the Joker. We're going to go ahead and blame the Joker. Hold on, I got a picture of the Joker. Hold on, y'all. This is the joker that got off on Deshaun Watson, and he also need to go ahead and get off on Jerry Jeudy. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Whoa. Here's the. Hold on. I still got his picture, y'all. Hold on. This is the joker. Here you go. I like that last name, Quincy Williams. Here you go. Let's see here. Let me check my back play. There you go. Here go Quincy Williams. Defensive player Quincy Williams is going to be a character to watch. Yes, he did. He's hilarious. He chased down Watson and told him he sacked him. Then told him to go ahead and give him oxygen. That's how you treat him, Kim Quincy. Go ahead and get him on out the way. With love. Each of Kevin Stefanski coaching year, his team was 30th. Right. So why they lying in this article? I told you they was lying in this article. Thank you too, man. Somebody go in there and be soft on Kevin Stefanski. Talking about 12th in the 2026. In 2025, y'all, this is why it is so critical to watch the game and not highlights and read articles. Do y'all see how they just lied and we caught that? We just caught that. They was 32nd in the league. Good gracious, y'all. Watson will only be speaking maybe game 1 preseason and going to get it from me. Tony, that pronunciation. Okay. Oh, you Fuwas. Whoa. Oh, you. Fuse. Oh, okay. Oh, you Fuse. There you go. Thank you so much. Hey, let me tell you, once I see it, I can say it. Okay. Oh, you Fuse. Thank you so much. Thank you. Fuse. Thank you. Watson has stated that he would be open to Browns resigning. No. It will hold. No, two man. No. Only there are major problems with resigning him. I think we need to go younger. We definitely go get younger. And no, that means if they resign him, because based off Money Man, and I truly believed him because he was talking about it, that means that they would have to fit. If they resign Watson, this would be a lose-lose. I don't care if Watson gets us to the Super Bowl. It would be a lose-lose. That means we'll be back in the same position as we were in. Do you think Watson, if he got us to the playoffs or the Super Bowl, he's going to take less than what his last contract was? We already knew that messed up the salary cap for the last 5 years, $230 million. At a minimum, if Deshaun Watson comes in here and give the Cleveland Browns a winning record this year, he would definitely request what? Over $100 million again. So that means that the Cleveland Browns by default would have to pay his salary from here all the way to 2030 just off this contract alone. And then they re-sign him. That means he'll have additional money on top of that, so he would get paid double. The devil is a lie. Deshaun Watson, whatever you do this year, go to another team and start over. This is Shedeur Sanders' team. But I got you. Contract restructure deals off. I got you. I totally believe you. Joe Bitonio, by the way, is giving the Browns like $20 million. That's right. I don't understand it. That's why if the Bills pick him up, hopefully the Browns get compensated for that. Hopefully. I need to look that part up. When you train like you're going to be a contender, you pick, and that's right. Right, too, man. You got it. Monken is not going to be playing with Jerry Jeudy being lazy. He would bench him. I hope so. A lot don't care who tell it, and we just tore it up. We saw that quick. I said they lying. You mean to tell me, right? You 25th in the league in 2020, right? 24th in the league in 2021, 19th in the league in 2022, 28th in the league in 2023, and 22nd in the league in 2024. And all of a sudden you go to 12th overall? Are you crazy? With Big Baby Cam Robinson, Corkland, all them other fools on the line. Are you serious? Ain't nobody serious. They can't be serious. They lying. Somebody meant to put a 32 in there versus a 12. That was a typo. They call their coach Kevin, says it all. Ooh, Mel, you came in here with that hitter, and I got what you said. They don't even say coach. They call him Kevin. Hold on, let me go blank. They call him Kevin. They don't even call him coach. I'm sorry, I had to go laugh behind the scenes. Mel, you came in here and blasted away. You're right. They call him Kevin. They don't even call him Coach. Jesus. Haslam is not doing that. Tony, that is not going to happen. Oh man, what's going to happen? It was something that I said. Tell me what's not going to happen. Send love, by the way, to my friend who we call Two Man. His real name is Timothy Love. Oh, okay, thank you. All right, to Timothy Love, who died 2 years ago on Thanksgiving, coming home from war and having support at home, U.S. Army. So to the fallen veteran, Timothy Lowe, thank you so much for all of your service. Ooh, rest in peace, young man. Rest in peace. That's a battle buddy. That's a U.S. Army soldier. I'm a U.S. Army soldier, so my heart definitely goes out to him, because who knows? I could have passed him in my career. Who knows? But sorry for your lost ones, Two Man. Much love to you, Timothy Love, from all the vessels that Tony Talks vested up, compelling sports edge. With love, veteran. Man, that's a U.S. Army veteran. I am a non-commissioned officer, a leader of soldiers. Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Haslam should hang up the phone on Watson. Okay, let me go back blank. Haslam should hang up the phone on Watson agent talking about an extension. I hope this is not real, but guess what? I think it is real, because even Todd Monken had said in that clip I played last week when he was giving us that questionable body language and eye contact when he was talking about Watson. He said, yeah, even Watson is, oh gosh, I just answered my own question, is entertaining or maybe looking forward to. No, we don't want that. No, nothing against Watson, but we're not here to see you. Let this year be your launch pad to your new team, Watson. You're already going to get money and payments from the Cleveland Browns up to 2030. Do what you need to do and then just move on. We're not here to see you. Extend or resign, not going to happen. Okay, yeah. We don't want that anyway. No, yeah, okay, thank you, Claire. No. Watson, I'm sorry, but you had 5 years to do what you want to do now. And I'm sorry Kevin Stefanski was in your way and you had injuries, but it's time to move on. We're not here to listen. We would definitely. Right now, we're giving the team, Todd Monken, the Browns, Jimmy Haslam, Andrew Barrett. We giving them actually mercy and grace. But you let Deshaun Watson sign an extension. Oh, talk about a revolt. No, you ain't gonna play in our face like that now. And I'm the good one. I'm the one that's always talking positive. They don't want me to start going radio style and blasting. They want to keep me happy over here. Y'all know I'm the happy one. I can find positivity in a rock on the field. They don't want me to, oh my God, they don't want to get Tony Talks vested up started with my vest on. Y'all already know I'm a veteran. I would go military style quick. Y'all would have to pull my channel out. Matter of fact, I would delete my own channel, because the things that I would say to Cleveland, if they go ahead and play in our face, no, I can't even take that. And this channel is based on God, faith, and football. I would go crazy. I bet not never see. Listen, I don't even want to speak that. I'm just telling you, I would be so raw over here. Y'all would unsubscribe. Y'all would say, y'all would even ask YouTube to block my channel. I would be going crazy. I would be online 24/7. You know, when I say we vested up 365 degrees, I would be blasting Cleveland in my sleep. Let them play. We don't got time for that. No. Just like Todd Monken is setting up boundaries, we're going to set up boundaries also. You can't cross this line. You could go ahead and give him OTAs, some reps in minicamp, but no. You ain't going to play with us after this year right here. No. Deshaun Watson got to go. Pack up your bags, young man. I understand. But Todd Monken wasn't here. Shedeur Sanders was here. That you have to settle that with old leadership. You gotta settle that with Jimmy Haslam, Andrew Barry, and Kevin Stefanski. This is Shedeur Sanders time. And his team. We moving forward. So get your little reps, get your preseason games out the way. Week 1, week 2, week 3, and we gone. Shedeur Sanders. Once he takes over, now And also to the Browns, once Shedeur Sanders become the starting quarterback this year, in whatever week, that's it. Next year, we ain't playing no more quarterback competitions. We ain't having no discussions. It is what it is. We moving forward with Shedeur. You ain't going to be playing with us no 3 years now. Because we shouldn't even be having this discussion now after year 1. But hey, okay, new coach, okay, whatever. So we going along. But next year, this time next year, matter of fact, next January, I don't want to hear no Cleveland media. I don't want to hear nobody talking about no quarterback competition. I don't want to hear nothing about no draft. I don't care if we're 10-9, 10-8, 10-7. I don't want to hear nothing about no quarterback competition. I don't want to hear nothing about no draft, no quarterbacks. Listen, if you need to draft another one, let it be quarterback 3. Don't come in here playing with us Browns next year this time now. And I'm the good one. Nah. Okay. No, for real. I don't have time for that next year. I have zero tolerance. Just like Todd Monken has zero tolerance, he'll put a zero tolerance policy in place next year. After week 18 and plus 1 day. We ain't talking about no quarterback competition. We setting boundaries now. Like Todd coming in here setting boundaries before preseason game 1. We setting boundaries now. Even before preseason game 1 next year, week 18 in 1 day. I don't want to hear nothing about the quarterback competition. I don't care what the record is. Because if you take away 3 to 4 games from Shedeur because you want to give Deshaun Watson some time on the field, which nobody don't want to look at, but we being nice to him, right? That's if he gets those games. That means you interfered with Shedeur Sanders' development. And you're going to give him his year. No. Let me go back to the comments because I'm getting excited again. No, you're welcome, Destin. You're welcome. Timothy Lowe. I know you got hyped, especially with the Army. We used to run cadence, and I know he felt my energy. But rest in peace. Yes, rest in peace, Timothy Lowe. Rest in peace. Tony, you and my son have crossed paths in the Army. He was an E7. Man, I have crossed paths with a lot of soldiers, and I love it. Maybe the Browns should be a soap opera. God, yes. Oh, hold on one. The Browns should be a soap opera. The young and the rest of the Brown. Oh, God. You know what? Yeah, I'll let it go. Yeah. So Tool Man says, okay, you're a veteran too. I served 5 years with him in Afghanistan. He was 60-ish in a crane operating carpenter and bodybuilder. Left a daughter and son and some grandkids. We go through hell and come home. Remember, that's right. Tool Man, please go back to the beginning of this video. I almost cut the live because I got too emotional. But I say that for all of the living veterans and all of the fallen soldiers. Yes. But okay, you a vet too. I think you was Army too, right? I think you was Army too. All 3 of my children were military, Army. Oh, good, great. That's right, Claire. That's right. All 3 of my children was military, Army, Navy, and Army National Guard. Yes. Todd, the Victor Newman. Oh my God. Let me stop. This last one, I ain't messing with y'all. If you had a test and failed 4 parts of it, your last test you do good, it's still a failure. Let him go his way. Yeah, okay, I got it. We talking about Deshaun Watson. Let him go his way, pay him, and get all that dead cap out of payroll. Extension makes no sense. I agree too, man. Oh God. Prayers too, man. Yes, thank you for your services. Yeah, I was at Fort Hood. Hell yeah, I was at Fort Hood. Oh Lord. Okay, I'm getting scared now. Yeah, I was at Fort Hood. Hold on. Hey, let me go black. Let me go black. Oh no. Hold on, let me play this clip. Let me let y'all go. Let me go ahead and finish playing this clip right here.
That's how it works. That's That's why Todd Monken gets paid a lot of money, not to just coach the football team, but to take our questions. Joe, what do you think of this?
Deebo, question first. Let me shoot this. What do you think of this? What do you think of this?
Hey, my thing is this. He could just not respond to it and just be like, yo, nothing's changed. Where we're at. Like, if he's going to come in there and then be like, okay, so today y'all asked me the question and nothing's changed. You asked me the question the next day and now I said it's Shedeur. And then you asked me the question the day after that and then I said it's Watson. Like, dude, it's nothing that's going to happen in a day that's going to really change too much of somebody's outcome, especially when you're not even into any type of real padded practice yet.
Thank you.
Yes. So y'all reporters want to keep there and just keep asking the same questions. You're going to get the same answer. He's just out of answering the same question. You're going to get the same answer. It's no change. Like, it's nothing that you're going to do to change where they're at as far as where he's at in the processing of who is it going to be the guy that's going to start. He's saying, hey, it's even, like Steven. And when that time comes and I figure that out and we see and go through that, we'll let you know. Until then, status quo. It's the same.
So do you think he should have answered it differently?
No.
I think he should have answered it differently, just not adding you firing the same question. Mm-hmm. Hey, yeah, really nothing's changed. It's a different day. Mm-hmm. Got the same answers. Nothing's really changed. Yeah. And you're firing the same question. Just take away and you're firing the same questions. Listen, yes. Nothing's changed. Mm-hmm. Yesterday to today.
Yes. Deebo, we're talking about basically now coaches getting media trained the same way that players do. When they're asking Shedeur, when they're asking...
Oh, no, Joe, now, come on now, Joe. Todd Monken does not need to be media trained. Just like Coach Prime said, Todd Monken is a straight shooter. If the media doesn't like it, you mean to tell me that when Kevin Stefanski was there for 6 to 7 years, they was okay with Kevin Stefanski giving the same answer, but when Todd Monken give the same answer as no, or there's no different, or it's nothing new, they agitated about that. But for 6 to 7 years, they bought Kevin Stefanski's same answer, same bullets, same talking points, and said nothing. But Todd Monken can't say, even give a little bit more clarity on what he's thinking or what the team's doing, and they don't want it. Man, these people are crazy. Todd Monken does not need media training, Joe. No. And I think he's about to clear that up.
When Deshaun Watson gets back to the media, we know how to answer it and to not stir up any more controversy. We know what to say. If the same thing is status quo, you said the same way. He could just say what he's going to say without saying y'all keep asking me the same questions, because that's their job. You know what I'm saying? Their job is to go in and try to get the answer from you or the head coach that's going to be making that decision. So they're going to come at you after practice. Did the dude perform better because they're in a quarterback competition? Our job as the media is to report from the coach, and we're trying to figure out, not us guessing now. We watched the play, so we're going to be able to give our intake, but you as the head coach taking questions. Quarterback position is a big position. So you as a head coach knowing if you're going to come in there, you know how to put out fires or start fires.
No. Todd Monken is doing his job. Todd Monken, he is giving it. He's not starting no fires. He's not putting out fires. He's just giving them answers they don't want. And Todd Monken with the head coach, why would you tell the media anything that's going on behind the field? I don't care if it has been determined who the quarterback is. That means if Todd Monken, and matter of fact, hold on, I agree with this now. If Todd Monken go ahead and declare Shedeur Sanders or Deshaun Watson as QB1, right? That means all the teams, preseason game 1, 2, and 3, that means they would have an additional 2 months to be ready for Shedeur Sanders or Deshaun Watson. So keep them guessing. Man, come on with it. Come on, Joe. Come on now.
You're saying exactly the way you said. You should. You know what I'm saying? You a grown man as a quarterback coach, and you know you got a whole lot of stuff going on. You're trying to hide information. Obviously.
Yeah.
You're gonna know something, and it's not something you're gonna have to give to them all the time. So you're gonna be able to have to still sugarcoat stuff and go out there and handle the media in a way to where there's not just they're gonna give you these repeated questions, but you gotta know if you want to handle them a certain way, or if you answer like this is what's gonna happen.
He's setting the tone. He's telling them and even us how he's going to handle them, the way that he's handling them and addressing their questions. This is not hard to acknowledge. What is the issue? He's doing so much better than Kevin Stefanski.
You're trying to hide information, coach. You got something going on. Tell them, boom, nothing status quo. You know what I'm saying? Practice was today, but everything's fine.
That's what he told him.
And move on.
That's
you
what he's doing.
Give yourself more training and know what's going on. You setting yourself up for these questions. You're the head coach of the team. Everybody's worried about Deshaun Watson.
They don't care what
Getting the reaction. They're going to ask you. They're the media. Them saying you get paid a lot of money to answer our questions. You do. You have to answer their questions because you have to report.
You don't have to answer their questions.
But the way that you answer them, that's the part I'm saying.
There you go.
The training part. You could go the way that you.
Let me rewind that. Rewind.
You do. You have to answer their questions because you have to report.
You don't have to answer their questions.
But the way that you answer them, that's the part I'm saying. The media training part. You could go the way that you answer them. It's completely up to you. You can answer it and not even be talking about it at all.
Right.
And that's why I say, coach, you got to get into your media training.
AKA Marshawn Lynch. Like the last lie we talked about, Marshawn Lynch, they could ask him questions. If he didn't want to answer the question, he gave them an answer that dealt with whatever, Timbuktu. As long as he was there, they couldn't find him.
Of the answers, because we get these questions all the time, and when somebody says something out of me, be like this: you knew what you had to do to put out a fire, but you said something that's going to get some stuff going. And coach, you say what you say to us. You know what I'm saying? Keep the stuff out the way. Boom, just keep it chill. You know what I'm saying? You are in control of this interview. Don't let the interviewer take control of you. You steer this conversation the way you want to steer.
Joe flip-flopping. Todd Monken is in control of the interview. What? Hold on, let me rewind that. Let me make sure I heard right.
Questions all the time, and when somebody says something out of me, be like this: you knew what you had to do to put out a fire, but you said something that's going to get some stuff going. And coach, you say what you say to us. You know what I'm saying? Keep the stuff out the way. Boom, just keep it chill. You know what I'm saying? You are in control of this interview. Don't let the interviewer take control of you. You steer this.
When has anybody that asked Todd Monken anything took over the interview? Todd Monken has always been in control. So maybe Joe is just talking in generals, okay? Hopefully, because Todd Monken has always controlled the media tempo.
The way you want to steer it. So I think with him, he gotta just do better. You're gonna get the question every single day because everybody wants to know who's gonna be the quarterback. You got Deshaun, you got Shedeur. They're getting reps. You know what I'm saying? They're keeping trackers on OTA passes. So they're going to have their options on who they think. You know what I'm saying? It may not be legit because when they ask you,
it's not
this
legit.
Is how they know. Coach, who do you think has the lead? He's like this. It didn't change from yesterday. Y'all will keep asking me the same questions. Yes, we're going to keep asking you because other than that, all I can give is my opinion. I don't know what the coach of these two quarterbacks who's really going to make the decision is thinking. So I'm going to ask you every single day. I get the opportunity. That's what good interviewers are supposed to do. We want to know about the quarterbacks. We want to know about Myles. We want to not about Denzel Ward. We know Denzel Ward is going to be starting. He's the corner. Don't ask any questions about him. He's fine. We want to know about who's going to start at quarterback, coach. You know?
No. It's only two people that's going to start at quarterback: Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders. I want to know about them 14 wide receivers. How are you going to evaluate them 14 wide receivers? Why do you have 14 wide receivers to evaluate? And when will you start making the determinations on what quarterback is going to make it to the third week of OTA? Who's going to make it to rookie manning camp? Who's going to make it to training camp? I want to know about the 14 wide receivers. And why so many? And how you going to evaluate all of them properly and fair? That's the we talk about the wrong position.
So you got to be able to be a better controller of the narrative of the media to know, boom, if you don't want, you don't have to give them answers because you may know, but you're the coach, so keep them.
Well, Joe just said Todd Monken don't have to give them answers, and that's what he's doing. And yes, Todd Monken knows. Come on, Joe. I love you, man. Come on, Joe Hayden. Come on. I understand. But stick with one side.
At bay, the way you know how to keep them at bay, where you're in control of these interviews and not having them have you look crazy.
I think for him, this is one of those things where the frustration comes because he actually doesn't have an answer and he's trying to decide it through the process, and he's just now getting tired of you asking the same questions, and he's like, dude, nothing has changed. Like, I don't have an answer. Y'all think I'm sitting here holding something back? Because if I'm holding something back, I got a way better answer than y'all firing the same questions.
Don't be mad though. Just keep answering.
Right. Just listen. Just keep answering. That's what I've been trying to tell him. Like, yo, just keep answering it the same way. Like,
and he is.
The questions that they ask, like,
Hey, y'all, let me know, has Todd Monken, has he answered the quarterback competition question any different? Has he said one day, oh, Deshaun Watson is going to be QB1, and the next day, Shedeur Sanders is going to be QB1, and back and forth and back and forth? Or has he said, my determination, I would make my determination on X whatever date? Todd Monken has answered the question the same way. They just don't like it.
No questions. Well, how do you feel about the game? We lost. We won. That's all.
Boom. I answered it.
Like, you want to give me the feel so you can make your job easier and have me going out of my way to express my how do I feel?
My emotions, all of that. You get to dissect. No, it's factual. Did I win? Did I lose? We lost.
Do a better job of asking the question that's going to make me have to give you a better answer.
That's and they too lazy. Cleveland media too lazy.
Hard.
Yep.
And like I said, media training should be, listen, you have to be available.
That's all.
You don't have to answer the question.
That's all.
Early you get a question that you don't want to answer. Hey, Joe, how do you feel about Dylan Gabriel versus Shedeur Sanders? Or how do you feel about Watson versus Shedeur? Who is it that you want to start, Joe?
Man, I think we have two good quarterbacks, and we're in a battle.
Well, who would you like to start, Joe?
I would like whoever performs the best. Obviously.
Well, who do you think is performing the best?
Oh, right now, both of them are playing really well. It's a quarterback competition.
You dirty bastard. Pick one of them before I cut your throat.
There we go. No, I'm going to keep answering.
I done got frustrated at the question. You know what I'm saying?
As an interviewer, and let the media continue to be frustrated. That's how you do it, Todd Monken. Continue to frustrate the media because they frustrating you. Hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
I'm going to keep answering your question like exactly. It's a quarterback competition.
Yes, sir. They said Todd Monken is working to overtime to fix one of Kevin Stefanski's worst mistakes.
Yeah, we talked about that.
The biggest difference.
And that's that accountability policy. Let me go to the chat to them and let y'all go, Vestals. Being Cleveland Browns trained means bow to them. Todd Monken's doing it right. That's right. Let me go back to Lady PC67. I don't even like what the media says over and over, but I gotta go listen to that. They went to school and still don't have media training. No, they don't. Shedeur Sanders has to earn the starting job like he has to do last year. He went from fifth string to a crowded room to a starter. He has it easier now. Just one challenge. It's also why he isn't being fancy. I can't say Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders wasn't fancy last year. So this is the thing about Shedeur Sanders. He's just Shedeur Sanders. I don't know why some people say it's fancy, being fancy, not fancy. He's just Shedeur Sanders. And right, I agree with you. This year here is much easier. Shedeur Sanders, he don't worry about quarterback 3 or 4. He's by default at the least quarterback 2. And all he got to do is sit back and wait for his number to get called. And we know for sure it's going to get called this season. Shedeur Sanders' number will get called this season. He's at number 2. Number 1. Even if he's at number 2, his number definitely will get called early in this season. No comment is no answer. Amen. Todd is offended because the media keeps trying to do his job and they lying on him. And matter of fact, I think Todd is upset because he gives them answers. They won't accept it, and they flip it, and they lie on him. That's why he's frustrated. Give him time to determine who the quarterback will be. They haven't even got the They haven't even got the training camp. Why are the vessels? Why do we know more than the Cleveland media? Just because they out there throwing the balls, that you don't. Are you blind that you don't even see they're not even in pads? The whole entire team is not there. So how can an evaluation be taking place? This is voluntary. That means even Shedeur Sanders, if he wanted to, even as a 5th rounder, he don't have to show up this week. Shedeur Sanders don't have to show up. It's voluntary. Of course, he's not going to do that. Now, if Shedeur Sanders, which, hey, it's voluntary, so he really don't have to show up. Boy, they would have a blast over this right here. Oh, he's he's confident, he's arrogant. Oh, this just OTA week 2. Shedeur Sanders didn't show up. Man, but he would have the right to. He would have the right to. This is not mandatory minicamp. He is working on his speed, readiness, defense, and progressions. When time comes, he will face live defenses when he's going to get faster, better. Most definitely. He's already faster than Watson. Listen, let's not fool ourselves. Just because we see Watson on the field, ain't nobody did his 40 time. I would love for somebody to do Watson's 40 time right now, and he got to get in that stands like all the other combine players. Why has the media not asked Todd Monken, have they even timed Deshaun Watson's 40 time? That should be one of the first things you should do, even now. Test Watson's speed. 40-yard dash, right? I'm just thinking outside the box. Monken hits Cleveland media with something they're not ready for and have no expectation of simple common sense. Amen, amen, amen. CJ said Joe is a dead man. Joe is damn wrong on this. You are right. Joe is flip-flopping and Coach Monken doesn't need him to try to tell him how to go talk to the media. That's what I'm saying. That's right. They only have to be available to the press. They don't got to answer nothing. But this is Todd. Todd at least giving them something he is saying. And when they say, hey, you want to answer this? No. That's an answer. We need a draft. We needed wide receiver talent. And we got a good draft and 2 decent and 4 mediocre ones who now Todd, man, you know we got 14 wide receivers. That's right. Okay. Who barely call competence, and we brought 2 excellent upgrade trades for 1 special team. Right. That's what we need to be talking about. Who are the wide receivers? Now the Cleveland Browns have forgot that. Let's see here. No, he has not deviated one bit. That is it, Tony. That's what I'm saying. Dexter said Todd Monken also irritates the media by correcting their narratives they put out without pointing them out, and they know exactly who he's talking about. Anthony Lyman, once again, shoo, boom, just like that. Come on with it. Exactly. The undrafted free agent, at least as good as 4 mediocre players. Hope they win over the last year's starters, and I think that's why they brought in 7. That's how many wide receivers we had last year. They brought in 7. That's almost a 1-for-1. You go, you stay. You go, you stay. That's it. Hopefully they win over last year's starters because last year was Jerry Jeudy on down. Now I did like Isaiah Bond. I loved Isaiah Bond. So we're going to keep Isaiah Bond. Isaiah Bond, he makes separation. He can get away from them quarterbacks, and he can catch that ball. Isaiah Bond, and Dylan Gabriel gave him a migraine in the end zone in London, so they owe him one. Okay, they owe him one. Shedeur last year went from home run like he had Hunter making grabs still. He didn't now. He's going for the progressions, and that's right, because he had to. Yeah, he didn't have an O-line. He had no protection. He had to go. He had to get it out of his hands. But you're right. This year, he would have time for progressions. Yes. Last year, he didn't have that O-line. Dexter said media narratives. Watson is working with first-string Todd Monken states, and Shedeur works with the first. Yeah. Shedeur is doing that. Don't forget what Todd Monken said. He said the last half of 11-on-11, Shedeur Sanders said all them first-team reps. Why the media ain't say that? Why they didn't highlight that part of the story? But we already know. Let's see here. Yeah, we're going to keep Isaiah Bond. Yeah, we're going to keep Isaiah Bond. I like him. He's a horse. I would love him out there on that field. Aaron Anderson. Who else? Casey Concepcion, Boston. Run him. Take out the defense hard. Run him. Just run him. All right, Vestas. Okay, yep. It's already been over 2 hours. Now I got to go clip up this video here. But just know I'll be back tomorrow at the same time. And I definitely will come back around lunchtime. I'm going to do a lunchtime special. It's only going to be about 30 minutes long, 45 minutes long, just to get out there and see what's in the streets and talk about it. So there it is, Vestas. So until next time, make sure you get your notes, your drink, and your vest. Over here, Tony Talks Vested Up Compelling Sports. Yeah. I'm coming back tomorrow. Lunch for a nice special recap. Isaiah Bond needs more reps and more right. And work on his routes and running game, better skills to get better. Right. They're going to keep Isaiah Bond. They're going to keep him. Isaiah Bond was nasty. And I'm going to come back with that answer. If Joe Bitonio does go to another team, will they compensate Cleveland Browns regarding that salary? And I also want to look up Jerry Jeudy's guaranteed amount for this year. Because hell, if Jerry already got his money for this year, cut him. Dylan already got his money, cut him. Just go ahead and knock out this dead weight and be done with it. Harrafet and Junior. Oh, come on now. That's them tight ends. Oh, we already know. Hey. Harrafet and Junior ain't going no way. And also with Joe Royal, he's that 6'5" tight end we picked up in the draft. What, round 4 or 5? He ain't going no way either. Oh, yeah, we finna run dominance. See you later. All right, Lady PC. Don't forget Tony Talks Vested Up. All right, 420. Don't forget Tony Talks Vested Up. 2 men, you better not forget Compelling Sports Edge. Tony Talks. Tony Brown, Shedeur Sanders turned heads after being NFL only featured. Come on with it. Hey, what's up, C Heaven? Yeah, somebody already brought that up. You got to go back and rewind. We done told this live. Damn. Oh, yes. And that's when the chat, they aggravated me. And I went into that Jaxson dart. I went on ahead and I twisted his lips up and sent him out a very nice warning to Jaxson dart. You got to go back and hit replay on this video. I told Jaxson dart. Warning shots fired. Jerry's like 15. That's all 14. Oh, shit, we can cut that. Oh, he must have got that contract for 42 overall then. Oh, that's nothing then. Go ahead and cut Jerry. I got to find out how much he's guaranteed for then. Bucket stated sometimes Shedeur forgets. Oh, he doesn't have the, yeah. Well, that's right. When he was throwing that ball. Right. Because he was trying to give Tillman and Jerry Jeudy those type of balls that Travis Hunter would go ahead and get. They ain't like Travis Hunter. You're right. I do know what you know. I do know what you're talking about now, Destin. Yes, I know what you're talking about now. Yes. Bitonio is already hitting us with 20 million dead cap this year. So are you saying if Joe Bitonio does go to the Bills, we won't get compensated for that? I got to look that up. I'm going to look that up. All right, y'all. So I'm going to see y'all tomorrow around lunchtime special on about 30-45 minutes. And then, I'm going to come back tomorrow night with that 7:45 ride out. Ooh, on a Tuesday. All right, Vestas, until next time. One last time. Make sure you get your notes, your drink, and your vest, because we stay vested up over here. Tony Talks Vested Up 365 degrees. Compelling Sports Edge. All right, Vestas. Woo! Come on with it. Come on.